On September 10th of 2011, my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 small cell carcinoma of the ovaries. She went into the ICU, of course, and the doctors gathered around me and told me that she had less than 72 hours to live. And I gave her 2 cc's of BX while she was laying dying on the ICU table. And her vital signs were all very, very bad, and she wasn't going to make it. And within 24 hours of getting her shot of BX, miracles happened. Her vital signs all became normal again. She came out of her coma within 48 hours. She was actually taken out of ICU and put into the critical care unit. The doctors were absolutely flabbergasted. We had doctors coming from all over the county looking at her case, trying to surmise what the heck was going on. In 6 weeks, the same doctor that told me my wife was going to die wrote on her discharge orders, "Continue BX protocol," because that's the only thing that saved her life. About 3 weeks into the process, my oncologist came to me and said we may be experiencing the first total remission of small cell carcinoma of the ovaries in history. Her stomach looked like basketballs at each side of her abdomen, and they were almost flat when she left. That's how much the tumors had receded. When the doctors did the full CT scan on her about 3.5, 4 weeks into the process, they noticed that her tumors were in full necrosis. And they said that we were really onto something now, because they've never seen tumors go into full necrosis like that. I have very, very good insurance, so consequently, I took my wife everywhere I could take her to get her cured. I took her to the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, and she stayed there for a week and a half. And, I tried everything you could possibly try, from experimental to mainstream. She had radiation therapy, she had chemotherapy, and nothing worked. The only thing that ever worked for her was BX. We needed a miracle, and BX was that miracle. My wife was in the ICU unit. Told me she had less than 72 hours to live, and she lived a full year later. And unfortunately, she passed away on September 10th of 2012 of cardiovascular issues. But I'm forever grateful for the Delta Institute. We started her on the BX because of cancer, but there were some side effects that happened, positive side effects that happened, that caused me to become very excited about the BX. And one was diabetes. My wife had high blood sugar levels of 230 and 240, and she was getting 100 cc's of insulin every day pumped into her stomach. And after the BX, she didn't need insulin anymore. And so I realized that BX could cure diabetes as well. And that led me down to the path that I'm at right now as myself. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I've had it for the last 10 or 15 years. And I gave myself a shot of BX. And it dropped my blood sugar level from 230 to 98 in one night. That was a miracle in itself. And I have been off of, I was scheduled to go on insulin myself. And not only do I not do insulin, I don't do anything for diabetes now. Just took my blood sugar again this morning. I've also had an experience with my mother. My mother was getting 100 cc's of insulin every day. She's 86 years old. Gave her a shot of BX as well. And my mother now is off of insulin 100%. And so it really is a miracle. Her blood sugar, I was just at my dad's house yesterday, and he said my mom's blood sugar level stays at 109 to 110 every day, and she doesn't have diabetes anymore. It's been about 1 year since I gave my mom the first injection of BX. I've given her 3 other injections since then, and her blood sugar levels are completely normal. Mine as well. I've been on BX now for the last 1.5 years, and my blood sugar levels are normal as well. So I know it works on diabetes because I have proof positive in my own life. And my father was diagnosed with stage 2 melanoma. He had big lesions on his arms, on his face, on his neck, and I gave him a shot of BX almost immediately after his diagnosis. And within 6 weeks, the tumors had fully remediated. You couldn't even see the scars on his arm anymore. The scars on his forehead had gone, the one behind his ear had gone. Has it affected your cancer at all?
It certainly has. It's gone. I don't have it anymore. No sign whatsoever.
What did you used to have on your arms?
I had lesions on my arms, and they were continually breaking out, and red splotches and scaly places. Don't have that now.
The track history of the BX has a very prevalent place in my life. First, my wife was cured. Then my mom was cured. Then my father was cured of cancer, and I've been cured of diabetes. You can probably say that I'm a believer in the BX. No problem with that.